guys, what's up? Taku here, and today I'm here with another Compare the Vanguard episode. This will be a episode that compares the Bermuda Triangle Vanguards. So, I'm going to change the formatting for these episodes a bit. They're going to be mainly I used to compare two Vanguards, but you know, since there's quite a bit of new stuff coming out, I'm just going to decide to compare what I think is, you know, what the newer stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be more than two, and you know, maybe the next episode there might be more. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to compare. Well, we'll see what happens. So this episode we're going to compare three Vanguards. First up is Aurora Star Coral, and then there's Prism, Promise, Labrador, and of course Eternal Lolly Pacifica. So first up, let's talk about their abilities. So Aurora Star Coral special ability, or her limit break, is Limerick 4, Counterblast 2, bounce a Bermuda Triangle unit from your field to your hand. You can soul charge one, and this card gets plus 5,000 power afterwards. So you get to bounce a card back for Counterblast 2, and you get an extra soul to work with. Yeah, that's the ability. Second ability is if the grade 2 Aurora Star is in the soul, she gets plus 1,000, so she can be an 11k Vanguard. Next we have Prism Promise Labrador. Her effect is Limit Break 4. Call from your hand 3. When this card attacks, you can call 3 Prism units to open rearguard circles. If 3 or more units were called by her effect, she gets plus 10k and 1 critical. So it has to be in open rearguard, so you can't attack with like two rows and then attack with her and then replace them. That would be OP. And then her second effect is Counterblast 1, bounce a Prism unit from your field to your hand, and she has the Lord skill. Finally, we have Eternal Idol Pacifica. Her effect is Limit Break 4, Counterblast 3. When this card attacks, you can bounce a unit from, or bounce 2 units from your field to your hand, and then you can search for one Bermuda Triangle unit from your deck and call it to an open, no, not open, to a rearguard circle. So you get a plus 1 off her effect. And then her second effect is if Super Idol Pacifica, if the not cross ride Pacifica is in soul, she gets plus 3k or 2k, so she's a cross ride, and she also has the Lord skill. So let's compare these Vanguards and see what they're good for. So Aurora Star Coral, she's good at bouncing units. Like, you know, since like obviously Labrador is the most counterblast efficient for bouncing units, but she can only bounce Prism units, so that's a minus there for her. Her plus is that she can bounce a unit for Counterblast 2, which is the cheapest amongst, or not the cheapest, has the most utility, I guess. And then she gets plus 5,000 power, which is kind of below average compared to Labrador. And then you can soul charge 1, which these two cards cannot do, soul charge. So this card, I would say it's the weakest out of the three, but that's just my own opinion, simply because she's not a guaranteed 11k base, which I think is kind of important in today's meta. So out of these three Vanguards, I would put her last. But of course, this is only my own opinion, but you can feel free to disagree with me. But yeah, there's obvious reasons. Like I'll talk about it now. So for the second strongest, I would say is Eternal Idol Pacifica. Pros of her is she's a cross ride. Downside is usually you're almost dead before you cross ride, so that's kind of iffy. But looking at the card itself, she's a pretty staple card, or not staple, like stable. I mean, yes, stable. Good thing about her is that you get a +1 when you use her effect, if not more. If you have Rio, or some other stuff that gets effects when they're bounced, you can net more out of that. But strictly looking at this card, she gives you a +1, so that is pretty good. She can hit for, when she's cross ride, she can hit for 21 if you have an AK behind her. So actually, attack wise, she's probably one of the weaker ones, but you can hit 21 quite frequently with her if you cross ride. For her, you can hit like 23-ish, 24-ish, but you can do it 3 times, probably 3 times max. If not, if you get a lucky heal trigger, you can do it 3 times. But so that's also why I don't like this card, because after you use her effect twice and you don't win, you're stuck with it 10k or 11k vanilla, and that is kind of a turn off. So in my opinion, the best Vanguard out of these 3 is Prism Promise Labrador, and here's my reasoning why. Her effect, her limit break, is pretty much free, so you pretty much get plus 10k power and an extra critical for free, because you don't have to counterblast, and calling 3 units is really easy, especially if you know how to use the deck properly. Also, her effect to counterblast 1 and bounce a unit back to your hand is also contributes to that limit break. But of course, it's in a Prism deck. Of course, this is much more efficient than this, because you can bounce 2 units with her effect, while you can only bounce 1 unit, or you can bounce 2 units with 2 counterblast, while you can only bounce 1 unit with 1 counterblast. Next, having extra critical, also a plus. Her effect to hit, she hits 21 really easily, 21 plus. So even if you don't have a booster, she can hit for 21, which is pretty stupid in my opinion. But of course, I'm kind of biased because I just really like Labrador. But honestly, the reason why I like Labrador is because she's actually a really good card. Like, it's good looking and it's good, so I don't know, that's my thing. So yeah, a lot of people, you can do her effect like 2 or 3 times before your opponent dies. So either they run out of perfect guards, or they risk it in the beginning and be like YOLO, no guard, and then you just get a crit and you win. Because that's usually what happens. They're stuck at 3. They want a limit break, so they're just like, no guard. So you just gotta sack a critical trigger and you win, which I am surprisingly good at. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The downside to her is you don't get any pluses off her effect, but you can have a lot of pressure. So that's a plus, and the minus is, yeah, no plus. Good. I mean, it doesn't get you advantage. Plus side to her is you get advantage, but if you don't cross ride, she hits for kind of weak numbers. Plus side to her is you can bounce stuff and get power for it, and then depending how you build your deck, you can combo around that. But downside is she's a 10k, and you can only use her effect twice or 3 times. Of course, downside to her is that you can only use it once or twice max. But again, that depends on your personal preference. Plus is just yeah. Anyway, I'm kind of tired, so sorry if I'm rambling. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my analysis on these 3 cards. I mean, they're all really pretty cards, and they're really fun. At least I really like this card. So I don't know about you guys, but you know, for the win. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. There's really not much else to say. Yeah, next week I'll be opening BT11, so stay tuned for that. It'll be a live stream. It's probably gonna be around, let's see, it comes out Wednesday. So it'll probably be around 6-ish Hong Kong time. Don't really know what time it is. Yeah, I don't do that, but it'll be around 6 or 7, 6-ish, 5 to 7-ish, maybe. I don't know. I'll post it as a status on Void Canvas on my Facebook page. Link should be down below. So if you're interested in watching me talking to the camera, opening packs, you can check that out on Wednesday Hong Kong, or Thursday latest, maybe Friday. I don't know yet, but should be next week. Yeah. Anyway, this is Cardfight, and I'll see you guys there. Bye.